Hi there, Scorpio. This is the Spirit Warrior with your reading for November. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So today we're doing the spread for the month of November, and the first column is the first week, and the first card is the Death card. Then we have the Four of Wands and the Three of Swords. Interesting first week. The second column is, of course, the second week. And we have the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. So I love you, Scorpios. You support me beautifully. But if you haven't subscribed, can you click the notification bell and the sub bell, and even give me a comment and a like, so I can continue to build the channel. And of course, I'm still doing personal readings. So if you like one of those, there is a link in the description. So in the third week, we have the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. And in the fourth week, this one definitely wants to come out. It's the Page of Pentacles. And I've got the cards everywhere, haven't I? Then it is the Six of Swords and the Four of Swords. And many of you would know that I'm doing midweek readings now. They come out usually on a Thursday or a Friday. This week's was an absolute cracker, and it really marked a major change or a major breakthrough in Scorpio's life. So if you haven't seen that, I'd check it out, because it was the most amazing reading. And then now we'll draw one more card, which is the overarching energy, and it will be the mystery card. And we'll turn that over at the end of the reading. So the first week we have Death, the Four of Wands, and the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords always looks dramatic, doesn't it? And that's probably because if it's affecting your life, it probably is. It is pain, sorrow, loss, and suffering. And this says there's been some difficult times. It says life has been tough, and this was the message in the midweek reading. Life has been tough, hasn't it, Scorpio? But the Death card says that it's time for regeneration. It's time for new beginnings. Death says pain and suffering is over. It's no longer to be part of your life. And the Four of Wands can be a card of marriage, but we only have the Page of Cups here. It's not a strong energy, but it's more about the couple leaving the castle and heading towards the opportunities of the 1111 portal. So this fits in beautifully with the Death card, doesn't it? It says, pain and suffering is over, new beginnings are upon you, and there's much opportunity being offered to you by the universe. And that is a beautiful progression, isn't it? The Death card is clarified by the Queen of Swords. The Four of Cups clarifies the Four of Wands. And the Six of Pentacles clarifies the Four of Swords. So the Four of Cups is a card of disappointment. It says that you've been upset about what life has served up to you in these three cups, but you're so upset and focused on this loss that you can't see the opportunity that is being offered in the fourth cup. And so this really says, open your eyes, look towards the positive aspects of life, and leave what has disappointed you in the past. And that really fits in with the Four of Wands, doesn't it? There's opportunity coming into your life here, Scorpio. The Six of Pentacles is a card of rebalancing. It really is about giving and taking and receiving, and how you use money and finance things in your life. And this really suggests that Maybe you've given an awful lot of yourself in the past, that you've given relentlessly. It's not a great word, but you've given so much and you've asked for little in return. And now the universe is saying, really, this has to rebalance out. You just can't give and give and give and not receive anything in return. You don't have to have expectations, but really, if you're giving of yourself and helping others, there comes a time that you are deserving of receiving. And certainly if you feel as though you're guilty, if you have a guilty feeling when you're receiving, now is the time to work on this feeling and say and believe that you are worthy to receive the gifts of the universe in your life. And the Queen of Swords is a card of improving clarity. As the pain and suffering moves away and a new door opens, you're starting to see life more clearly. Of course, when you're in this difficult mode of pain and sorrow, it really does lock down your life. It's hard to have any sort of positivity in your life when there's so much black covering the rest of your life. And so this says the blackness is disappearing, new doors are opening, and now you can see a beautiful path in life. In the second week, we have the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is a card of struggle. So if we combine that with the Three of Swords, indeed, it has been tough, hasn't it, Scorpio? But you're nearly at the farmhouse, which says this period of struggle is nearly over, and now you have every right to expect to receive in your life. The Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It's a card of things of the past and people of the past. And it really is saying, like the Four of Cups, it's time to leave those things in your life that have really been hampering you in the past. Now is time to embrace the future. It's time to embrace the Four of Wands. And the Nine of Cups says that as you do so, your dreams and wishes will come true. This really is a major transition happening here for you, Scorpio. From pain and suffering and struggle and being trapped in the past to being open to receiving your blessings in life through the Nine of Cups. The Six of Cups is clarified by the Tower card. The Knight of Cups clarifies the Nine of Cups. And the Eight of Pentacles clarifies the Nine of Wands. So the appearance of the Tower card is quite dramatic, isn't it? And it truly does say this is a time of major transition for you here, Scorpio. It really is an amazing time. It says there are things in your life, in the foundations of your life, that no longer serve you, and this will be the pain and suffering and the struggle. And the universe says that it's time to let these things go. These may be things that you carried from the past, and now is the time to build new foundations in your life. And part of that building of new foundations may be a change in work and career or projects, or how you apply yourself to life. This is about application and hard work and diligence. And it says that through applying yourself, now you can build a new foundation that helps you move away from the struggle and the pain and loss. And the Knight of Cups, of course, can be a card of romance. So indeed, there could be love on its way. And maybe, part of this situation is that this may be an old relationship and the door is closing on this period of your life. And now there is an opportunity for new love in your life. One door closes, a new door opens. But this can also be to follow your heart. So as you build a new foundation and you change fundamentally how you live your life, now is the time to follow your heart. And of course, we have the Eight of Pentacles in the third row as well. So work and diligence and application is a major theme for you here in this month of November, Scorpio. So indeed, in the third week we have the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So the message I'm getting is it's time to get to work, Scorpio. That's the message. It's time to work on your life and build what you truly desire and follow your heart. The Knight of Swords can be improving clarity. This is you're feeling an amazing energy to work towards or move towards or charge towards your goal. So this indeed says you're feeling energized and you've got clarity and knowledge, and now you're ready to charge forward in your life. The only caveat with the Knight of Swords is that he can be a bit rash, and now is the time to ensure that you do your due diligence before you charge off into some direction that may lead you nowhere. And the Page of Cups, of course, can be the bud of a new relationship. If you're not looking for love, of course, it can be that something you truly love will now enter your life. And that could be a new job or a new career. The Knight of Swords is clarified by the Sun card. The Three of Pentacles clarifies the Eight of Pentacles. And the Chariot card clarifies the Page of Cups. So the Three of Pentacles is also a card of work and application. But more specifically, it's about gathering people around you to use the synergy of working together to build something amazing. So now is not the time to do the solo act here, Scorpio, and try and do everything yourself. Now is the time to use the support, inspiration of others to build something masterful in your life. So that may be a new career or a new job, but it could be some other situation in your life. It could even be a new relationship. The Chariot card says that you're in the driver's seat of life, Scorpio. It's time to turn the keys in the ignition and take charge. And this says, indeed, you're leaving your old life behind in the city, and now you're charging forward towards victory and success. That is a beautiful outcome, isn't it? The Sun card says, your life is starting to be blessed by the warmth of the sun. Exhilaration, fun, joy, happiness, prosperity and abundance. And this card really is a major sign that there is a significant transformation happening in your life. And really, it's all upwards from here, Scorpio. In the last week, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So the Six of Swords is a card of moving on, and that really is the message of the reading, isn't it? You're moving on from the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands and the Death card. Now you're moving towards calmer shores and to better shores and to calmer seas. The Four of Swords says that as you do so, there may be a time that you need to take a pause to reflect, to meditate. And that really is saying with the Knight of Swords that you shouldn't be too hasty or too rash, that you need to ensure that you dot your I's and cross your T's as you move towards new possibilities in your life. And the Page of Pentacles is a learner page. It can mean messages and information, but it can also be now is the time to go and do some research, to read a book, to do a seminar, go to a conference. And this will help you gather the information to build the life you truly desire. The Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Empress. The Eight of Swords clarifies the Six of Swords. And the Seven of Pentacles clarifies the Four of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is a card of restricted thinking. It says that in the past, you've only seen one path in life. And sometimes when we're in this difficult phase in our life, it's difficult to believe that there's light at the end of the tunnel and life looks like a dark, narrow path. And you're finding it difficult to believe that life can actually turn around and be amazing. And so the Eight of Swords is saying you're blindfolded and bound by this restriction, this lack of faith and self-belief to believe that good things can happen to you in your life. And the universe is saying it's time to leave this monkey mind behind. There is a path through the swords to much greater possibility in life. And the Seven of Pentacles fits beautifully with the Four of Swords. As you contemplate, now you're starting to ask questions about what you want to build in your life and what you did in the past. So you're asking questions about the harvest of your life. Is this what I want to do? Can I do better? Is it enough? Can I do something else? Is there a better way? And these questions are important as you get ready to build this amazing new life and transition. And the Empress card sitting next to the Sun card really is a beautiful omen, isn't it? It says she is of love, joy, happiness, nurturing. She is intuitive, and she is an amazing sign that life is getting a whole lot better for you. These two cards really do say this is really happening for you here, Scorpio. And if we read this bottom row, you're starting to see a new life. There are some things that you need to change, but this will bring the happiness and joy of the Sun and the fertility and abundance of the Empress. And that is a beautiful sight. Truly amazing, Scorpio. We'll turn over the overarching energy in the mystery card, and it is the Hangman. And the Hangman is a card of new perspective. And this is what the universe is asking you for the month of November, isn't it, Scorpio? It's saying it's time to move from the Three of Swords and the Eight of Wands and the monkey mind of the Eight of Swords. The Hangman has been hanging from the tree of life, and he's twisted himself into different shapes to see life a different way. And the universe is saying now is the time to look at life differently from a different point of view. Of course, the most important thing with the Hangman is that he is static because he's tied to the tree. So there comes a time when you have to cut yourself down from the tree and apply yourself. That is the Eight of Pentacles. Be diligent. And also the Three of Pentacles. It is time to gather people around and start building this new life from a different perspective. The Hangman is clarified by the Six of Swords. And that really is a powerful message, isn't it, Scorpio? The universe is clearly saying you, as this card appears again, that now is the time to move on. Now is the time to leave the turbulence of the past behind. You can see the turbulent waters next to the boat. And now is the time to go to a better place in life where you can truly shine. Wow, that is awesome. I hope you like that reading, Scorpio. Give me a like and subscribe so you can catch me next time. I send you much love, joy, peace, and happiness. And this is the Spirit Warrior signing out. Ciao.